How's it going, everyone? Gercules here, and welcome to a special snapshot video. Now, normally I wouldn't make one of these until the snapshots are almost done in development. Since this drop is supposed to come out in June, so I may as well cover this now rather than later. And if more stuff does get added, I'll just make another video about it. It's no big deal. So if I press F3, we are in snapshot 25W17A, and there's actually quite a lot of stuff to cover in this, believe it or not, despite so little being added. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into the Nether, because if you haven't watched Minecraft Live, there's a new item that you can now find, and it's right here, which is the dried ghast block, which is kind of like mob head in a way. Okay, I actually didn't know it made noise if it's actually in the Nether, but if you put it next to like a normal skull, it's actually slightly bigger. So if I look at the y-axis, a skull is half a block, whereas if I step on a dried ghast block, it's actually slightly larger. So I don't know if these things spawn next to every single fossil. I think it's ones where it's like in a group like this. Okay, here's another one. Okay, so this is the third one that I have found so far. Ooh, look, listen to the block breaking noise. In case you have like a world where you've explored a lot in the Nether previously, if you had like a world for like a year, don't worry, you can actually craft the dried ghast block. So yeah, a single bone block surrounded by 8 ghast tiers can actually get you the dried ghast. Now what you're supposed to do as soon as you have access to one of these is you go back to the overworld and you place it in water. But yeah, you do get an advancement for it called Stay Hydrated. Place a dried ghast block into water. And speaking of advancements, there's actually another one for placing a creaking heart between 2 pale oak logs called Heart Transplanter. Place a creaking heart with the correct alignment between 2 pale oak log blocks. So yeah, I actually don't know how long this takes. I think I heard it takes like 20 minutes. So we're not going to wait that long. So once the dried ghast fully hydrates, it actually becomes a happy ghast, but it'll be a baby first, which is this stage. But you can actually feed the happy ghast with snowballs to increase it to an adult faster. Oh, and there we go. Now we have 2 happy ghasts. Now, is it me, or is the happy ghast's tentacles shorter than a normal ghast? Oh, they are shorter than a normal ghast. Okay. But the main use for a happy ghast is you can actually ride it by crafting a harness. And there's one for each color, but I'm going to go with a brown one. Harnesses look really silly. What this reminds me of is kind of like from Up, like the kid in the beginning of the movie who wears like the helmet. But yeah, you actually don't need anything to control it. You just hold W. You don't even need to hold space. So just as long as you're looking up, then you got it. I wonder, can you name tag these mobs? Hey, there we go. And also, the happy ghast behaves as like a solid block, which is really cool. And the happy ghast will stay in place so long as you're standing on him, which is super useful. And let me show you what I mean by that. So being able to transport the happy ghast to the end is actually possible. This is probably not gonna work, but I want to try something. All right, come on, let's go. We got this one right. There we go. This would be a hilarious way to take down the Ender Dragon in survival. I need to fly away before it starts getting height. Oh my god, it's getting closer. No. Oh. Alright, so that's the possibility that could happen. I guess in order to not shoot it, I guess you would have to be sitting on the gas to make sure that you don't accidentally shoot it. You're dead. Hey. I wonder, are you affected with speed? Okay. I guess you can't give speed to this guy. But probably, like, the #1 use for having the happy ghast is building stuff in the end. Because what you can do is just get off and then just place blocks. Okay, you can't shift off the happy ghast. So as long as you have shift toggled, you'll be absolutely safe. But, like, this is, like, such a game changer for, like, building in the end. When I, like, play survival and I get a dried ghast block, I'm, like, 100% gonna bring one to the end. And probably have it, like, leashed somewhere so that it just doesn't, like, wander. So, yeah, I think the dried ghast might become, like, one of the most useful mobs in this game. And also, you may be wondering, how do you craft the harness? Alright, so this is how you craft it. Any color of wool, 3 leather, 2 glass. Pretty simple. And also, one thing that has changed a lot is leads. So yeah, as you can see, the rope for the lead is actually, like, thicker. But you can also leash mobs together, I believe. Oh, you shift click. And yeah, see, look at that. They're tied together. Now, one thing I'm curious. I want to try this. So if I place, like, a fence post. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, does it not work? Aw. Can't you attach, like, multiple leads to a mob or something? I was hoping you could attach, like, the 2 ends of the leads to fences. That's what I was hoping you could do, so that way you can make, like, a rope bridge. If anyone is watching this, please ask Mojang to put this in. I would love it so much if you were able to tie 2 ends of leads to fences. That'd be so cool. And also, this does work with boats. So what you could do is you could leash the fence. And see, look at that! You can actually have a ghast carry a boat. So yeah, I wonder where they got that inspiration from. Although I don't think this works if there's an entity on it. Wait, let me... Although I do believe a boat chest works. Then it's like portable storage. Wait, hold on. Then, but what you can do is you can put elytra, and so long as you don't go into the... yeah. I was thinking you could land on the boat. Hold on, let's try this again. Oh, you gotta leash the boat. What? Why do I still have the boat leashed? Hold on. Wait, what? What is going on? Oh, wait, can it not move? Hold on. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, now let's try this again. Switch to survival. And then land on this. Oh, I want to get on the boat chest. There we go. So yeah, it's possible to do it, like, with a boat chest, but I don't know how you would be able to, like, access the inventory of it. Okay, I guess this works. Oh, but you're kind of stuck. Okay, so there is some slight flaws with this idea. Alright, I'm just gonna let it roam around now. Alright, now one thing I do want to try that Phil's does. It's time for science. I'm not going to do too much, just because I don't want it to lag my game. Alright, here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Oh, wait, you could do... That means you could do parkour on this. Whoa. Oh, this would be such a good idea. Using happy ghasts as parkour. Alright, this is kind of annoying.
Okay, I didn't like that.
Also, one thing that I did forget to mention is I want to go to bed really quick. So one thing that has changed is, like, more settings with clouds. So yeah, you're able to see clouds from, like, much further away. And there is a new option in video settings, which is cloud distance. Let's have it on 16. Yeah, like, the further away the clouds are, the more transparent they become. I think this would be really cool for screenshots to have cloud distance turned all the way up. I normally have clouds off just because I find them quite distracting. And in terms of like other stuff like the locator bar, if you want to know more information about the locator bar, then I'll put a link to like Zoomavoid's video about it. I'm not going to go over it just because like I can't really like showcase it very well because I don't have like a second account or anything. And vibrant visuals haven't been added yet, but I am really excited. But anyways, that is all I have to cover. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.